Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And also to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is a Montazar from the Chicago camp coming back with part 2 of Swirling Will Get Your Ass Deleted. So in part 1, okay, we talked about um, the Eves, okay, they got offed by their Edomite lovers, okay. Um, we talked about Chat GPT, all right, and how they. So basically, what I did is when I saw that short, I took all the names, put them in Chat GPT, and I asked Chat GPT, how are these women related? And Chat GPT said they were murdered, even though I already knew that. So Chat be doing his thing. All right. And so we looked at the definition of dating, what they call swirling. All right. And we know that the so-called black woman, she feels like, hey, she could do whatever we could do, but she can't. Okay. All right. And at the end of part 1, I had posed a question, and it was a Christian question. It was a question just to ask the Christians. I've said multiple times that Christianity and the Bible actually have nothing to do with each other, okay? Because a Christian will get these answers wrong, okay? So the question is, can you marry your first cousin? All right? So biblically, that's exactly what Jacob did. All right? When Jacob fled from Esau, he went to his uncle's house, his mother's brother, and he ended up marrying his first cousins, Rachel and Leah. All right. Today in this society, if you mention marrying your first cousins, oh, it's all wrong. Everything is wrong, right? The second question is, if your brother dies without children, can you marry his wife? Of course, in this society, they would say, oh, no, any Christian you ask this, they'll say, oh, that's out of pocket, that's out of order, when in fact, it's actually a law here in Israel, okay? If your brother doesn't have any children, you're supposed to marry her and put seed in her, okay? Because the purpose of a woman, whether you realize it or not, I have a lesson on this channel, talks about the purpose of a woman. The purpose of a woman is to bring back the nation, okay, that she's with. Okay, she's a helpmeet, and she's to bring back the nation. So when you're an Israelite woman and you going to the heathen, you're bringing back his nation. This is Judah 9:2. O Lord, power of my father Simeon, to whom thou gavest a sword to take vengeance of the strangers who loosen the girdle of a maid to defile her, and discover the thigh to her shame, and polluted her virginity to her reproach. For thou sayest, it shall not be so, and yet they did so. Wherefore, thou gavest their rulers to be slain, so that they dyed their bed in blood, being deceived, and smote the servants with their lords, and lords upon their thrones, and hast given their wives for a prey, and their daughters to be captives, and all their spoils to be divided among thy dear children, which were moved with thy zeal, and abhorred the pollution of their blood, and called upon thee for aid, O power, O my power, hear me also, a widow. Okay? All right, so here you have in the book of Judas, she's recounting what happened to Jacob's daughter, Dinah. Okay? Remember when she was gadding abroad? She was gadding abroad, and the prince of the city where they were in, okay, the prince ended up sleeping with her, defiling her. And then Levi and Simeon end up killing all of them. All right. And so this is fast forward Judah, the 9th chapter. She's talking about how Simeon and Levi will move with thy zeal and abhor the pollution of their blood. All right. This is additions to Esther. This is what when you go into the book of Queen Esther, this is how she felt, okay, when she was doing her prayer, all right, before the Jews were saved in Shushan. It says, "Thou knowest all things, O Lord. Thou knowest that I hate the glory of the unrighteous, and abhor the bed of the uncircumcised and of all the heathen. Thou knowest my necessity, for I abhor the sign of my high estate." Okay, because the Jews went into the Media Persia captivity. All right, so it was Artaxerxes. Okay, when his wife, his queen Vashti, when she refused to come to him, okay, he got rid of her, and they put out a search, and the heathen was able to get all the beautiful virgins in the land, and he was popping them all, trying to figure out who was going to be his wife. And Esther was the winner. And she's telling you how she abhors the bed of the uncircumcised and of all the heathen. Thou knowest my necessity, for I abhor the sign of my high estate, which is upon my head, talking about her crown, in the days wherein I show myself, and that I abhor it as a menstruous rag, and that I wear it not when I am private by myself. She didn't give a damn about that crown, okay? But we were in captivity just like we are in this day, okay? So in captivity, she had to play her part. All right, now these pictures that I'm showing right here, these first two, this is Scandal, okay? So you had Kerry Washington. She played, her part in Esau's wine, okay? Which is to get into your imagination. And then you had Rick and Michonne off of The Walking Dead. We saw that play out. All right. Her black ass rolling around with the Edomite. So this is all part of the wine. We're not supposed to vote for the heathen, and our women are sleeping with them. This is Deuteronomy 17 and 14. It says, "When thou art come unto the land, which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother." Sirach 36 and 25. So we ain't supposed to be voting for the heathen, let alone our women sleeping with them. Sirach 36 and 25, it says, "Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning." All right? The hedge is the man of the Lord. So where there is no man, that possession, which is your woman, she's going to be spoiled. Ezekiel 22 and 30. "And I sought for a man among them that should make up the hedge and stand in the gap before me for the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found none." All right. This is Numbers 36 and 8. So when a man didn't have a son and he had a daughter, all right, they ended up agreeing that the daughter would get the land. But in that case, if the daughter gets the land, she's supposed to marry someone in the tribe of her father. This is Numbers 36 and 8. "And every daughter that possesseth an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man the inheritance of his fathers." All right. So our women are our possessions, and they bring back the nations. Okay. They bring back our nation. This is Genesis 28 and 1. It says, "And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Arise and go to Paddan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban thy mother's brother. Okay, so that's his uncle. Okay, so his wives were his first cousins. And the Most High Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee, and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which the Most High gave unto Abraham. All right? So it's all about inheriting the land, bringing back your seed to inherit the land. Okay? And he was being blessed. Isaac was blessing him. All right? Go marry your first cousins and be blessed. This is Deuteronomy 7:1. It says, when the Lord Yahweh, thy power, shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, no show mercy unto them, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. Fast forward, Judges 3:5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their gods. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of Yahweh, and forgot the Yahweh their power, and served Balaam and the groves. Okay? So the Lord says that the children of Israel did evil, okay, by giving their daughters to their men, and then doing what? Serving their gods. This is Deuteronomy 25:5. Okay? So this is the answer to the question. Okay? If a brother dwell together, and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. Her husband's brother shall go in unto her, and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of a husband's brother unto her. See that? And it shall be that the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel. And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up to the gate unto the elders, and say, my husband's brother refuses to raise up his brother a name in Israel. See, it was always about bringing back the nation. He will not perform the duty of my husband's brother. Then the elders of the city shall call him and speak unto him, and if he stand to it and say, I like not to take her, then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders, and loose his shoe from off his foot, and spit in his face, and shall answer and say, so shall it be done unto that man that will not build up his brother's house. And his name shall be called in Israel, the house of him that hath his shoe loosed. All right, if you're familiar with the book of Ruth, you would know about the kinsman redeemer. Boaz was the kinsman redeemer, okay? Because what he did was he took upon the estate of Ruth's husband who had passed, okay, and married Naomi, who was a Moabite. This is Sirach 26:20. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of good descent. Okay? All right, so your job always was to bring back the nations. And here's the proof of that. Ruth 4:17. And the woman, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, there is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begot Hezron, and Hezron begot Ram, and Ram begot Aminadab, and Aminadab begot Nahshon, and Nahshon begot Salmon, and Salmon begot Boaz, and Boaz begot Obed, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David. All right? And so David begot ultimately Yahushua. All right? So, real quick, judgment. All right? The judgments that these women experience are from the Lord. Psalm 68:20. He that is our power is the God of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues of death. So those women dying, those are all by the hand of the Lord. Those are judgment. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, and deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, Esau, Edom is the wicked. Okay, he is the sword of the Lord. Proverbs 29:26 says, many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord. Okay, the Lord Yahweh. Isaiah 10:5, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, to take the spoil and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. This is the Lord using the Assyrian, also Esau Edom, known as Esau Edom, all right, to tread down Jacob. Okay? Matthew 10:29. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. All right. So as we've said so many times before, a sparrow won't hit the ground without the Father okaying it. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. Psalm 78:49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. All right. So the point here is that these women who were deleted, they were deleted by the Lord. And in closing, Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. The teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon the earth. Who? The spirits made for vengeance. When need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. All right? So this has been Swirling, okay, will get you deleted. Okay? So for you, Swirling will get your ass deleted. So for you Israelite women, all right, those who listening to these lessons, all right, you already know. Okay? But the whole purpose is to show Israel their sins. So if a woman of the nations, hey, listen, hey, as long as an Israelite woman, you got your pick of the men of the nations. All right, the men of the nations, the men of the 12 tribes of Israel. Hey, it's okay for you to date those men. You can get Ephraim, Puerto Rican. You could get Manasseh, the Cuban. You can go all through the list. You ain't supposed to be with Esau, Edom, and you ain't supposed to be with these other heathens. All right? So Swirling to get your ass deleted. I pray that this lesson was edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.